So being apostolic, meaning that it's important for us to really understand what was in the mind of God when he built the church. He said, I will build my church. And so we need to go back to the mind of the builder to understand what did he intend to build. I think people are shaped by the convictions that drive them. And the convictions come from the leaders who train them. So that gap is still traceable to the pulpit. And as men of God, corporately speaking, we have to take responsibility for not being thorough and broad in preparing the people. So that king-priest dimension, we've done well with the priesthood, but that king dimension, we have not done a thorough job.
Managing resources,
exactly.
Providing,
so the average believer not only does not know these things, he's been trained to not take it as being a serious Christian. Once you begin to teach the king dimension of living, most people, especially people who are given, with all due respect, into consecration, prayer, fasting, they've trained themselves in a way and manner that once you start being apostolic in your approach, systems, structures, spheres of influence, relationships, resource management, leadership, they shut down and just feel this is not for me. And it's a poor orientation. So the challenge, in my opinion, and I believe this, and I've advocated this for a long time, is that we need to go back as men of God and sit on the drawing board and examine the content of our sermons. Because the people are loyal. They are loyal to anything we teach them. And every assembly, with all due respect, reflects the limitations of their shepherd or the thoroughness of the shepherd. So if you have widespread influence and with it you produce an ill-prepared people, it's still easier to correct them it's easier for the man of God to break his pride and then fix it. It's fixable. And we can come up with systems to remedy that aberrated understanding. So if I spend time, just like Pastor Godman said, in his presence, getting wisdom, getting power, getting glory, I realize that if I isolate myself from the world or hope that things happen, I'll give you an instance. Ask the average believer, does God prosper? They will say yes. And you ask them, how do you think God is going to prosper you? Usually they'll say somebody is going to stand up somewhere. God will seize his peace because I am an anointed person, and God will not leave me begging. Now you see, it's a very narrow-minded thinking, because now that person is not a creator, he's parasitic thinking. You see, there's a difference between favor and being parasitic. So the person wants to use spirituality to excuse